Yes, yes. Welcome back to another stream. Play ratings mode for the Fulham game. Obviously, we had a power outage yesterday. About 60 minutes in, so it's kind of like a play ratings of 60 minutes of a match, and then after the next half an hour after that is a bit of guesswork, a bit of a read along, wouldn't it? So we'll have to see the way it goes. I mean, we missed all the bad stuff, didn't we?
We missed all the bad stuff. Yeah, it was a crazy situation. Obviously, we didn't see it at the time because, like I say, the power went out. But we did the read along, man, which was pretty funny. But yeah, player ratings season, guys. You know the driller. We'll go through the stats of each player, give you our player ratings, give the Xtra Club player ratings, and you guys let us know in the chat as well what your sort of ratings are. Yeah, obviously, big day today. Obviously, Arsenal playing at 4:30 against Newcastle. That's a big game. Hopefully, Newcastle can do us a favour. But yeah, let's get into it. Big up to Joe, by the way, the £2 super chat says, "God help us if we get to a penalty shootout." Oh, mate,
I mean, it just needs to be Haaland, doesn't it? Penalties just need to be Haaland. It's very, very easy.
All 5 penalties for Haaland.
All 5 of them, yeah. He just needs to keep queuing back up, but like dressed as someone else. Yeah, that's the only way to do it, isn't it? Lewis Gillies in the chat there says Haaland, Mahrez, Gundo, KDB, Edison for the penalty taker order.
I mean, will Edison actually take one? I don't know. But other than that, yeah, I pretty much agree with it. Right, let's get into it then. Let's start off with the player rating. Let's start off with Edison as always. Remember, 6 is the average, so we go from there. Okay, so played 90 minutes in the game, made 1 save, made one run out, which was successful, 1 save from inside his penalty area. Misplaced just 3 passes out of 25. That's an 88% pass accuracy, and all 3 of them passes were long balls. Made 1 clearance as well, which is probably like a punch or something like that. Didn't really have too much to do. Seeing the goal back, don't think he really could have done anything about the goal, to be honest with you. Obviously, we'll come on to Akanji in a minute. It's obviously hit with quite a lot of power, placed into the corner. I actually think the only thing I would say is I think he's come off his line a little bit too far for me. I don't know whether he's trying to close down the player.
To come out. Yeah.
But I actually think if he was 2 yards back, he probably would have had a better opportunity of saving it. So maybe that was a mistake. But then if he doesn't shoot and he doesn't come out and he keeps running, people are like, why don't you come out and close it down?
Yeah.
So it's one of them.
Cash better too, innit?
Yeah, not really much to do, though. I'll probably give him 6.5, 7.
Yeah, I was going to give him a 7. Exactly, flat out 7. Like I say, I didn't have too much to do in the game. Because that's the thing, we controlled the game mostly for all of it. It was only the last 10 minutes where things went a little bit way, innit? Like, other than that, it was a great performance, like, other than the last, like, 10 minutes. The Xtra Club have given him a... Let me find it. The Xtra Club have given him a 7.
Okay, first, yeah. Okay, let's go on to Rico Lewis, who played right back inverted. 90 minutes played yesterday, 102 passes, 102 touches, 91 passes with a 95% completion rate.
Big.
Only misplacing 5 passes out of 91. That's incredible. 1 key pass in the game with 1 big chance created, which Erling Haaland should have scored.
Yeah.
2 long balls, both successful. 1 shot off target, 1 dribble attempt, both successful. 4 ground duels, all successful. 3 aerial duels, none of them successful. And he also blocked 1 shot as well. I thought it was phenomenal yesterday. In fact, I'd go so far to say is that potentially might have been his best performance in a Manchester City shirt. I thought it was absolutely incredible. Him and Gundogan ran the show, and he was so good. And something that I said yesterday during the watch long, the way he progresses with the ball up the pitch, something that I don't actually think any of our players in that position can do other than Rico Lewis. He just gets the ball and he drives forward into the space really, really well. I thought it was fantastic yesterday, man.
You know what it is with Rico? He knows, he can determine the speed of a football game. He can determine the flow of our play. So when you have him in the side, he always wants to keep that ball moving. Something that obviously you see quite a lot during watch songs is to speed it up. Rico Lewis does not want to play slowly. He never wants to play. The guy wants to get the ball, turn on it. He's either driving forward or he's pinging it off to someone else rapid. Honestly, yesterday was sick. And him and Gundo in that role, they were getting so much space. It was sick. He absolutely had a storm yesterday. And then like, so people in the watch song yesterday were questioning like Rico Lewis's future, if he has a future at the football club, and you can just see definitely has a future at his football club. He was unreal. People in the chat there saying he should have had an assist. He should have. Erling Haaland should have finished that chance.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal yesterday. I'm going to give him a good rating, really good rating. I'm going to give him an 8.4.
Oh, matched. I was going to go 8.4 as well. I had 8.4 in my head then. I thought he was going to go 3 then. 8.4, yeah, I completely agree. And the Xtra Club have given him 8.
First. Okay, let's go on to Manuel Akanji, who played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. 1 clearance, 1 tackle, 2 ground duels, 1 successful, 1 aerial duel, none of them successful. 94 passes, 90 completed. That's a 96% pass completion record. 3 long balls, 2 successful, and 2 shots off target. Of course, we do need to speak about him for the goal. Very poor. I don't know what he's doing. I genuinely have no idea what he's doing. Like, I keep watching it now. I just don't know what he's doing. It's just
Guy bots out.
Does he not know he's there? If he doesn't know the player does come in. You know, I just don't have a clue what he's doing there. Yeah, he just like say
NPC, innit? Like,
yeah, full on NPC. You know what I mean? You ain't unlocked this player yet. You know, he thinks he's him. Nah, like it's just it was very, very poor. Other than that, they're very good. But at the end of the day, you know, luckily for him, on the stats, they've not actually put him down as at fault for a goal.
They not?
Nah, but he's 100% at fault for the goal. Other than that, passing was okay, but yeah. You know, he cost us.
Other than the goal, he looked absolutely fine from what we're seeing in the match. It looked absolutely fine. It was just big moments like that determine play ratings. That's the thing. So like that a big moment for him.
Correct.
And he fucks it up. But like I say, he did have a decent game. Play rating wise, I'm gonna go with. I don't want to go too harsh in it. I don't want to go too harsh because he was all right. I was 7.5. He played 80 minutes of a match and played fine.
Yeah, I'm going to give 7.3.
Okay. The Eshkla, let me find it. He's the right back. They've given him a 6.8.
I understand it.
Yeah, of course.
Right, let's move on to Laporte, who played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. 1 clearance, 1 ground duel, which was successful. 6 aerial duels, 4 successful. 1 offside. He was offside apparently, which is weird. I don't know why that stats there. 110 passes, misplaced only 8, which are 93% passing stats, which is insane. 4 long balls, 1 successful, and that's the end of the stats for him. I thought very, very calm. My only concern about Laporte is I think if he played in that position against a better team, I think he'd struggle a little bit, in my opinion, compared to someone like Diaz. However, great performance, and I put a tweet out yesterday, right? But I kind of low-key don't want to see Laporte play now because I've kind of got used to him leaving, and the more he plays, the more I'm like, I don't want this guy to leave, you know?
Yeah, so, he's showing you what we could have had and that kind of thing. Like he's basically teasing us because we're not going to have him next season because he's more than likely leaving. Like I think he's out the door. So it is annoying, but I think we're going to see more of him. 100%. We're going to see more of him because we need to switch it up and rest our players, don't we? So he's going to be crucial in these games, like the game in between Madrid, things like that. Like it's good times to play Laporte. I agree with you on the sense that he doesn't offer the same surety that Ruben Diaz does. But that's not to say that he didn't play well yesterday. I thought he played really well. He was passing through the lines and that. We always know he's really good playing out from the back. So he fit in nice yesterday.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 7.8.
Yeah, 7.8. I'm fine for that. I was going to go 7.7. They actually would give him a 7.4.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to Nathan Ake. Have we had any news? I've not actually seen anything on this. We had any news on Nathan Ake?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I completely, because of all the power cut shit, I completely forgot that he got injured.
Yeah, I've not seen anything on.
But then again, even when he did his hammy the other day, we didn't get anything like this straight away.
Yeah, I've not seen anything at all.
I don't think Freddie's tweeted anything.
No.
Oh wait, Pep on Nathan Ake's injury. I didn't speak to the doctor, but apparently if he asked to, we'll see in the next days, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right, well, hopefully it's not bad news. But yeah, Nathan Ake yesterday. Stats for him: 54 minutes played before he got subbed off. 3 clearances, 1 interception, 3 ground duels, all successful. 1 aerial duel, successful. He also had a 90% pass accuracy off 58 passes. I made 1 long ball, not successful. So his stats are perfect. Good game, defensively solid, got forward, made things happen. Just a real shame, man. Just a real shame that he obviously got injured. We've got fingers crossed that he's okay for the Real Madrid game on Tuesday. I'm going to give him, obviously it's difficult. You only play 54 minutes, but I'm going to give him a 7 point. I'll give him 7.5.
I was going 7.5. That's the best way because he didn't play the whole game, innit?
Yeah.
But when he was on the pitch, he weren't like fucking up. He seemed fine. We've just got to pray, innit? We've got to pray that it's not anything serious. Didn't you say he said he was holding his calf when he came off?
It looked to me like he was holding his calf, yeah. Now that might not be true. Maybe it was just when I seen it, he was just touching his calf or whatever. But like, I seen him holding his calf. So I don't think it's the same injury as the hamstring. But obviously we'll have to wait and see. But,
why is Ake just turned into biscuits right when we need him?
Isn't it? Crazy.
The Edge could give us 7.1, which I can understand because he only played 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's best. Right, let's move into the midfield then. Obviously, we've already real Rico Lewis because we did a right back, but let's move on to Ilkay Gundogan. 89 minutes played, 2 goals, 183 passes.
That's mad.
What the fuck?
He got so much that football.
I've never seen anything that high in my life. Never.
What's his success rate on it?
93%.
That's big, that, for that amount of passes as well.
That is unbelievable.
Isn't that a record?
Yeah, it's a record, yeah. That is crazy. I've never seen anything that high. Honestly, guys, I've never seen anything that high. That's unbelievable. 5 long balls, 3 successful, 2 shots on target, 1 shot off target, 1 dribble attempt successful, hit woodwork once, penalty miss once, obviously, we'll talk about that. 4 ground duels, 3-1, 4 aerial duels, 2-1, and that's pretty much it. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way first.
Miss pen.
A couple of weeks ago, Erling Haaland had a chance to take a penalty, and he gave it to Mahrez. Mahrez scored, and I wasn't happy about it. And I said at the time, that's not right. We shouldn't be doing that. And I remember a lot of people in the chat saying, oh, calm down, LB. He scored anyway. And I said, no, that's not the point. The point is you've got to be professional. Now, in my personal opinion, what happened yesterday was a fucking joke. And on another day, that could have punished us. You know what I mean? We're playing a professional sport. This is a professional game. This isn't down the park with your mates on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Nah, this is a professional game. So for me, I thought it was a complete joke what happened yesterday. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that this never happens again. I don't mind it at 3-0. If there's a 3-goal gap, I don't mind it as much because then realistically, you should be done.
You should be done anyway.
But at 2-0, anything can happen in this league. And that I just thought what happened yesterday was a complete joke. It's not reactionary because I said the same thing when Mahrez took it and scored. I kicked off then. I kick off now because that is just an absolute farce. Like I say, it seems to me that Pep's got his thing over the, he's got his thoughts on this across, and this will never happen again. But it was just a farce, and it was a shame really because up until that point, he'd had a great game, and he still had a great game, of course. But he kind of just put a little bit of a dent on what was a stunning performance from Ilkay Gundogan. I don't know what your thoughts are on the play.
It took the limelight away from his performance, which is a shame because he had a really, really good game. Like an incredible game. He had so much space in the middle of the park. He was smashing it. Obviously, scored himself 2 goals. But like you say, it takes the gloss of it because of where it is. But personally, I don't think that should be happening. I don't think it will happen again. Even with Pep's on the touchline, telling Haaland to take it, yet Gundogan still takes it. I understand he wanted to get his hat trick in that, but personal accolades don't mean more than the team. And getting that win over the line was major, especially because we was missing all our chances. And for them to go up on the other end of the score was just like it heightened the fact of the shit I was. If he scored it, obviously there'd be still people fuming. Like obviously we'd start this conversation, but because he didn't score it, then Leeds went up the other end and scored. It highlighted it so much more, because then you're sweating. The game has gone from in the bag to we're trying to see it out now. Like basically, and we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that. Your best penalty taker needs to take all the penalties. And like you said there, if you're 3-0 up, absolutely fine. If you're 3-0 up, I'm fine for it. Whoever wants it can have it. But until you get to that point where the game is in the bag, like the win is in the bag, then your best penalty taker should be taking all the penalties.
Yeah, no, I agree. Low key, I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of happy it's happened and we didn't lose the game or draw, because now it's been highlighted.
At least we didn't do it against Madrid.
Happen again. Yeah, it's not going to happen again. So I'm kind of glad it's happened now, because it's over. We won't do it again. But this is why I kicked off last time. And I remember kicking off last time, and Mahrez took it and he scored, and people was going, "Chill out, LB. There's no problem." There was a problem, and it got proved yesterday. Anyway, other than that, let's talk about the positives from Ilkay Gundogan's game yesterday. He's passing, unbelievable, getting on the ball, dictating the play, driving into spaces. He's passing out to the wings, mainly to Foden a lot of the time, was exceptional, really helping bring the likes of Kevin De Bruyne into the game. Julian Alvarez dictated the play. One of the best midfield performances I've seen. Granted, Leeds were really poor. I kind of let him do it a little bit.
Yeah, they give so much space.
His execution was on point, and 2 goals won us the game.
Yeah, it was an unreal performance. Unreal performance, masterclass from Gundogan. So that's where the positive should lie. And that's what people should be speaking out, not this penalty incident. Fuck the penalty incident. Now it's done, innit? Ilkay's performance was sick. Unreal performance. Like you say, they did allow him all that space. I think against tougher opposition, you're not going to get that space.
Yeah.
But he did well with it. He's got himself 2 goals as well. Like basically carbon copies of each other. I thought it was good from Gunnar. I was really good.
Yeah.
I thought he had a mint game. Genuinely.
Same. I'm going to give 9.1.
I was going to go flat 9. The Xtra Club, I've given him a 9.2.
Cool. Let's go to Julian Alvarez, actually. He's getting quite a lot of game time at the moment. In fact, just before we do, big up to Dave with the super chat just coming. It says, why do we have these weird situations with the penalties over the last years? Even Haaland missed. Don't the players have training for penalties? I know it's not the same training in the match. Well, you know what's funny, actually, Dave, is, do you know when City previously went through this ridiculous situation with penalties?
We kept swapping.
That all came about because we started changing penalty takers because players were missing penalties. Ilkay Gundogan was taking the penalties. He missed like one penalty or 2 penalties. And then all of a sudden, it was panic stations. Oh my God, he can't take any more penalties. And then we started chopping and changing.
There's Mahrez missed. Because I remember it all settled at Madrid away. When it was like, who's going to take this now? Because we had no idea what's going on.
So just to end the conversation, Haaland, just take all the fucking penalties going forward, mate.
Easy.
I mean,
he's also got a great pen record, so he should be taking all penalties.
He does. Right, let's get on to Alvarez then. With the 87 minutes played in the game, subbed off, 35 passes, 30 successful. That's an 86% pass completion. 1 key pass in the game, 2 crosses, 1 successful, 1 long ball, unsuccessful, 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, 4 successful dribble attempts out of 4, and won 5 out of 7 ground duels. I thought it was a little bit quieter yesterday. Had a big chance to open the scoring. Obviously, I think it was Kevin De Bruyne or Mahrez played the ball across the box and he got under it. Really needed to score that, to be honest with you. But yeah, not a great day for him, but it was just a little bit quiet. The sort of limelight was taken away from sort of Gundogan. Kevin De Bruyne were creating the chances, but he's getting minutes. He's getting more minutes now, which is good, great for him, isn't it?
We've kind of figured out a way to fit him into the team with Kev as well, which is good. I think his touch was a little bit off yesterday. I feel like every time he gets it, it was always a little bit too heavy. But like I say, it was just more of a quiet game for him. He should have scored. He should have scored. Obviously, he blazed it over, but he should have scored. Other than that, don't really remember too much from his game because I think he's really quiet.
Yeah, no, I agree. Rating wise, I was gonna give him. I'll give him a 7.
I can't give him anything other than a 7. Flat 7 in it. Like I say, I don't really remember him doing too much. Let's go give a 6.3. I guess that maybe is because he was a little bit quiet.
And he did miss a big chance.
He did miss a big chance, and his first touch was shit. But
yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go to Kevin De Bruyne back in the team. It's great news. 90 minutes played, 101 touches of the ball, 92 passes, 88% pass completion, which is really high for Kevin De Bruyne. 5 key passes in the game, 10 crosses, 2 successful, 8 long balls, 6 successful, 1 big chance created, 1 shot blocked, 3 dribble attempts, 2 successful. He won 6 out of 9 ground duels and 1 out of 1 aerial duel. Also made 2 interception in the defensive stats there as well. I thought it was all right. I thought it was good. He created a couple of chances. He looked fit and fresh, which is good. Obviously, coming up against Real Madrid on Tuesday, that was the main thing. Is he going to be ready? Is he going to be on form for that Real Madrid game? So yeah, I thought it was good, man. And just doing what you're always doing. You know what I mean? Creating chances for players. Yeah, good performance.
We didn't see a drop off. That's what that was the main thing. I thought that might. Do you know what I mean? Because coming back from injury, like I said there, you wouldn't tell that he'd been injured. He just came straight back into the side and was doing Kev things again, which is good. That's good to see, especially because we got Madrid and the fact that he got the. Did he play the full 90 minutes?
Yeah, played full 90 minutes.
Playing the full 90 minits, then that is major. That's major minutes that they're getting him back in. So that's good for us. I say, I thought it was all right. I thought it was good, not all right. Player rating wise, I'm gonna give him 8.5.
Yeah, I was thinking somewhere around there. I was thinking it's one of them, isn't it, where like if players actually score goals, he naturally.
Oh yeah, because he creates chances, but if they don't take them chances, they don't get the assists, innit? Like
it's kind of a little bit unfair, and maybe that's not how you should rate a creative player. Maybe you should rate the creative player based on the amount of chances he create, regardless of whether they end up in the back of the net or not, because that's his job at the end of the day.
Yeah, true.
But just naturally, that's just kind of how it goes. I'm gonna go. Yeah, you know what? I'll match that. I'll go 8.5. Maybe even 8.6. I'll go 8.6.
Yeah. Okay. Xtra Club, give him a 8.2.
8.2. Cool. Right. Okay. Let's come to the wingers then. Let's start with Phil Foden. Actually, obviously getting a start eventually. It's took a long time, but he finally got one yesterday. 90 minutes played in the game. 1 shot off target. 3 dribble attempts. 3 successful. 1 penalty won. 44 passes with an 82% pass completion. 1 key pass in the game. 6 crosses. 1 successful. 2 long balls, both successful. 6 ground duels, 5 successful. 4 aerial duels, 2 successful. And nothing on the defensive stats there. Yeah, again, you know, I've been saying this for a long time now. He's much better on the right than he is on the left. I actually think, for me, in my personal opinion, the left wing is probably his worst position. I think. Obviously, you know what my thoughts on it. I want to see him play midfield, right? Attacking midfield, but he's not going to do that. So I think right wing is clearly the better place for him. I think, you know, and the stats prove that. If you don't believe me, just look at the stats. His goals and assists just go right up when he plays on the right hand side. I think he's not as efficient on that left. You could tell maybe a little bit that it was a little bit rusty. You know, I think yesterday I checked the stats. He'd only played 26 minutes since he'd come back from his injury.
Oh, I don't know that.
So he's not played a lot of minutes since he's been back from his injury, which he has been back now for a few weeks. So yeah, a little bit rusty. However, 90 minutes under his belt, that's great. That probably means that he won't start against Real Madrid. I'd be surprised if he started against Real Madrid, but he's available for selection off the bench should we require him to do so now that he's got this 90 minutes under there. Didn't really do so much. Obviously, won the penalty. The only real chance that I can remember, maybe guys in the chat, or you can let me know if there's any other chances. The only real one that I can remember him making is he put a great cross into the box. He drove the ball low and hard across the penalty area. And I think it was Kevin De Bruyne and I can't remember, maybe Alvarez. And neither of them made a run.
Yeah.
And the ball was fantastic. And if either of them would have made the run, they would have had a tap in. Other than that, don't really remember any other real chance creation. But the main thing for him yesterday, in my opinion, was just,
the minutes.
Getting the 90 minutes under his belt. So
yeah, I agree with that. I think him getting a full 90 minutes is like I said, it puts himself in available for selection if Pep wants to use him. I don't think he'll start, but I know he was offside quite a few times, Phil Foden. I think he was making his runs a little bit too early, but it'll come in time. I think he just needs to get back into the swing of things. I genuinely think he had a quiet game. I think player rating wise, difficult because, like I say, he had a quiet game from the 60 minutes that we've seen, and then the last half an hour. From what I can see from the chat, I don't think he did too much after that either. I'm going to give him a 7.2.
I'm just going to give him a 7.
Yeah. Xtra Club have given, let me find him. You're on that side. A 7.
Cool. Happy days. Yo, big up to Dave with a super chat, man. Says I don't get some fans that have been negative about the Leeds game. I'm sorry, but we played way better than I expected. More control. Thought I would be tough because of Big Sam defending his team. I don't know. To be fair, I've not really seen anyone be negative, but I'd be very surprised if anyone's negative, man. Because why would you be negative? We won the game. That's all that matters at this point.
The performance don't matter. It's the results.
Yeah.
That's literally it. That's literally all you got to think about. That is it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no need for the negativity towards the game. We controlled it for most of it. It was only the last bit.
Yeah. No, I agree. Right, okay, let's go on to Riyad Mahrez. Then he played 90 minutes in the game yesterday as well. Got 2 assists. And of course, people can be like, yo, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he got the assist, man. 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked, 3 dribble attempts, 2 successful, 65 passes, 88% pass completion, 4 key passes, 3 crosses, 1 successful, 1 long ball, not successful, 10 ground duels, 6 of them won, and 1 interception on the defensive stats. I thought he had a better game yesterday, mainly because he had more space when he was receiving the ball. This is a thing that you can see now, guys. With Mahrez, you want to shut Mahrez down as the opposition. You just got to get close. You got to get tight to him and force him backwards. And that'll be it. He'll go backwards. If you give him space and let him turn and look at you, he'll take you on or he'll make something happen. So you've got to get tight to him as a defence. And Leeds didn't do that yesterday. That Firpo, I think it was Firpo who played left back, didn't do that, which made him, you know, have that space and have that time to be able to make plays. 2 passes, obviously, to Ilkay Gundogan. The first one clearly more important than the second one, as you know, the first one he didn't take a touch. The second one, Gundogan basically made it himself. But it's still 2 assists, and you know, his numbers now are starting to look very respectable. If you look at his stats now for this season, he's on 15 goals, 12 assists. What do I always say about Riyad Mahrez? My target for him is 20-20 vision. You know what I'm saying? I want 20 goals, 20 assists. Now he's probably not going to do that this season, but he's going to get very, very close. I mean, he'll probably end up. You know, there's 8 games left now to get to the Champions League final. Okay, say we don't get there, so it's 7. You know, he's probably going to get another couple of goals. So he'll probably end up on around 16, 17 goals, maybe get to 13, 14, maybe 15 assists. So he wouldn't have hit that target. That's my target for Mahrez, because I believe he can hit 20-20 a year. But he's getting very, very close. And given the fact he didn't play that many minutes at the start of the season, you know, he's done very well to get himself up there. So, yeah, decent performance from Mahrez. And whilst I don't think he will start against Real Madrid, he's certainly put himself in the frame for the conversation. I think most people will just go Bernardo right wing, right? But it's not just like, yeah, Bernardo right wing, easy, no desire. I do think some people will have to have a think about it. I still believe everyone will still pick Bernardo, but he's not done himself any harm with that performance yesterday.
Yeah, he's certainly just put his name in the hat for some people. There'll be some people who think, you know what, Mahrez, yeah, let's go for him. He's looking sick. And obviously people want Champions League Mahrez. Obviously we know he's sick in the Champions League at times. Yesterday I thought he was good. I think he deserves the credit for his 2 assists. And like you say, the space he was getting, that's where he thrives, in that space. He needs that. And then you're absolutely right with the way to shut out Mahrez is just get tight to him, force him backwards, because then he can't do anything. You're not allowing him to turn and face you, so then he has to just pass back. Basically, you turn Mahrez from a driving winger to pauser. That's basically what you're doing, which is why in some games people are like, oh, Mahrez was really quiet, but if he's not got a player on that side to help him out and create a little bit more space, drag some defenders away from him, he'll have more of a difficult time. Now, in an open game like Madrid, there might be space there. But I don't think he'll start. But certainly, if we need a goal, Mahrez is someone that you can put on, because he can make things happen. And look, I think it's only a positive sign that he's putting in decent performances now.
I'm going to give him a 8.8.
Whoa, I was going 8.4. Xtra Club, I've given him a 7.9. 7.9?
Yeah.
Which
I got 2 assists.
I got 2 assists, man.
Oh, you get a 7.9 with a 2 assists?
Mad, isn't it? Xtra Club, you know.
Maybe mine's a bit high, but that's way too low, man. He's got to be in the eights. He got 2 assists, man. Innit? What's that guy got to do to get in the eights?
Agendas, isn't it?
Jeez, that is wild, man. Maybe mine's a bit high, but in 7 points, how are you not in the eights with 2 assists? That is crazy. I agree. It's Adori, mate. That's some crazy agenda, man. Right, let's move on to the robot man. Erling Haaland played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. 2 shots on target, 4 shots off target. 1 dribble attempt successful. He hit the woodwork once, missed 3 big chances, 22 passes, 77% pass completion. He won 2 out of 3 ground duels, and he won 3 out of 5 aerial duels. Made 1 clearance and 1 interception. Poor day at the office for Robot Man, I'm afraid. Should have probably had 4 or 5 goals yesterday. Finishing was really, really poor. You can't say anything other than that, which was a real shame. And hopefully we don't have to worry about it, because we do have one of the biggest games of the season coming up on Tuesday. Roll back the firmware, Mr. Haaland, isn't it?
Yeah, man installed the wrong update. That was not it. That was not it. He had a bad time, in a really, really bad time yesterday. And then the fact that he didn't take the penalty either made it worse, innit? Because sometimes I think Haaland, as much as he can miss a lot of chances, he can gloss over a display by just scoring goals. He's actually equalled a record yesterday, which is equalled with Van Persie of most big chances missed in a season. I think it's, and both Van Persie and Haaland are on 30 plus goals, so obviously more chances you get, more chances you have to miss. But it just weren't it yesterday. It weren't it. Bad day, like I say, bad day at the office. And hopefully that's out of his system now, because one of the most important games coming up, and we need him to be firing all cylinders. I don't want to be coming away from the Madrid game the way that we're coming away from that Leeds game, thinking we should have took them chances. We've learned what we should have learned from last time we played Madrid. You need to take your chances because they're never down and out. Yeah, no, I agree. Massive says 22 passes is too much. That's why he didn't score. Well, normally he rarely gets over 10 passes, so the fact he got over 20 is quite kind of mad. I'm going to give him a 4.5. Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy. He's got to be under a 6. Yeah, he negatively impacted the team because he weren't taking our chances. He's got to be under a 6. I don't know how. If you say 6 is the average, how can he be over a 6 when he missed three huge chances? He's got to be lower than a 6 for me. I can't give him a 6. I was going 5.5 because obviously 6 is the standard, and he negatively impacted it because he missed the chances. Yeah. And also I'm trying to be real with it. We can't just give the guy 6s and 7s even when he misses big chances just because we love him. We have to be real. Yeah, otherwise, what's the point? Xtra Club, by the way, they gave him a 6.3. Shocking. Xtra Club, hang your heads in shame, man. Right, Kyle Walker obviously came on. He played a few minutes. Obviously, we didn't see too much because of the power cut, but that's, again, good for him, just keeping that sort of match momentum good. I think the main thing for me is listen to the players that were rested yesterday. Jack Grealish rested. Ruben Diaz rested. Stones rested. Rodri rested. Bernardo Silva rested. Even Kyle Walker rested. That's so good, man. And it puts us into a great position to go to this game now, the Bernabeu on Tuesday, Real Madrid, first leg Champions League with a rested team. They actually played yesterday. Did you see the team? Did they rest players yesterday? I didn't see the team. I know they won. I think they won 2-1. Did they rest their team? They made okay, so no, not really. They played pretty strong team. They played Courtois, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde, Cruz, Rodrigo, Benzema, Junior all played. The only players that didn't start that you'd expect to start on a Tuesday was Modric, who came off the bench. Rudiger, I think, is going to play because someone was saying that apparently Militao's booked for the suspended. Yeah. So Rudiger will probably play, but it looks like, to be honest with you, other than Modric, full strength. Yeah. So could that impact them on Tuesday? Obviously, we've rested a lot of players. They've not. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to that game on Tuesday, man. Just bring it on, innit? I'm already nervous for it, though.
Yeah.
Channel
YouTube. Yeah, I was going to say channel YouTube with a 2 says Haaland rated. Let's see. He deserves a 3. Well, I give him a 4.5, but you know what I mean? Everyone out here giving him 6s and that, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm on the same wave as you, bro. And Christos with a 2 says, "Hey, Bray, Arsenal versus Newcastle watch along on." Nah, not today, Christos, but we will we'll do something later on with some sort of reaction, man. So stay tuned later on in it. But yeah, there we go. Another win, top of the table, and we've secured that now. We've really cemented the top of the table, which I really, really like. You know, even if Arsenal win today, we stay top of the table, which is great news. And of course, they've got a tricky game today. Newcastle only lost one game at home all season. So Arsenal are going to have to do something mad.
I beg.
Arsenal are going to have to do something mad today, you know.
I beg Newcastle, man. Come on. Surely they got something in store for us, bro.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, you know what I mean? So let's see, man. Of course, if Newcastle in that sort of third place run with United up there as well. They're 2 points clear of United. If they lose today, United could go above them if they win their game in hand. So for them, trying to finish third is obviously a bigger aspiration for them this season. You know, even a point would do them a good result, because then they'd stay third, even if United won the game in hand on goal difference. So with 4 games to go, so hopefully, hopefully Newcastle are going to do something, man. But we'll have to wait and see.
Vinny says Oil Brothers. Yeah, that's it.
I know, man. Come on, it was a solid, didn't it? It was a solid. On that, by the way, did you see Sheikh Mansour was in London yesterday chatting with government officials?
Was it?
Yeah, he was in London for the coronation, and he was photoed with high-ranking government officials.
That's pretty mad. I mean, a bit of a please drop them charges.
Yeah, please drop the charges, mate. You know what I mean? City and the UAE have just announced a £10 billion UK investment.
Conspiracies.
Big up Dave, man. Says, can anyone convince me to why the title might be done today if Newcastle beat Arsenal? Because for me, it's not done. Okay, so let us try to do this. Okay, so right now, City are 4 points ahead of Arsenal, right? If Arsenal get beat today, Arsenal have 3 games left, meaning they can acquire a maximum of 9 points, right? 9 points will put them on 87 points. City are now on 82. Because City have the superior goal difference, we just need to match Arsenal's 87 points. We're on 82, so we need 5 points. Meaning, out of City's final 4 games, we need to win 1 and draw 2.
Which is mad.
And so long as the goal difference, which is currently plus 16, so long as you keep that goal difference up,
you've won the league.
You've won the league. So you're telling me you can't win one game out of Everton, Chelsea, Brentford, and Brighton, and then just draw 2, or just win 2. So if Arsenal get beat today, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, if Arsenal get beat today, they're in the bin.
It's over.
Which is mint. So it's party mode.
It is party mode.
Because basically, it'd be serious bottling from us.
Yeah, if they draw today, they'll go to 79 today. They can get 9 points. That means they'll go to 88. Then City would need 6 points, so then we just need 2 wins. 2 wins out of 4. So if Arsenal draw today, we need 2 wins. Basically, we just need 2 wins.
2 wins. Two wins, regardless of the situation. And we're well, if they drop points, then we're sorted.
Yeah, so there you go. There you go. So that's why it's done. That's why it's done. It pretty much is done.
Lizzie there says Newcastle extra. That's it. That's it.
Right, people. Hopefully you enjoyed play ratings. Pretty good, good result yesterday. Yeah. I thought it was a pretty good performance, actually. A bit of a joke at the end, but at least we've learned from it. We move, we go again, no problemo. And let's see what happens on Tuesday night. Obviously, some mad build-up coming on that, so make sure you join us. Mm-hmm. And obviously, if Newcastle do get a result later on, there might be something on the channel, isn't it? So stay tuned. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop a like on this stream. And you got a huge reaction to the game yesterday. If you've not already checked out huge reaction to the game, go and check that out. That was uploaded last night, so you can go and have a look at that. Hey guys, we'll see you in the next one, man. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.